Yeah, I guess that's what kind of led to the decision to not play Joel in the fourth quarter tonight.
Well, that group was just playing so well together and had a good feel for the game at that point, and just wanted to let them roll with it. Yeah.
And then I guess with this, what kind of went into maybe going to Andre in the first half, then going to Yabu in the second half. What kind? I guess what kind of caused the switch up there?
Yeah. We wanted to try to play Yabu at the four, right? So that was that. Drum went in there and played okay except for the fouls. You know, he committed 3 fouls and what did he play about 5 or 6 minutes? Yeah, and I didn't mind the matchup with Yabu on Watford. Actually, I think he was doing the best job of keeping him out of the paint. But then in the second half, I just again it became more of a speed thing. I think on the outside, which is why we went with Yabu in the second half.
Are you more encouraged by the rally or more disappointed in how the defense started that game?
Equally, equally. I think certainly didn't start defensively at all, and then played pretty good defense. Played really great defense second half. Fourth quarter really great. Yeah.
I guess that's what was your vantage point on the Claxton tip in. Like, I guess what did you kind of see? What we from I guess from your vantage point.
Yeah, I didn't really like I saw him tip it in. I was just seeing if he was over the back or not. I didn't, but I haven't watched it again. I just was checking to see if I could challenge that since they were going to look at the monitor. And there wasn't a call, so you can't challenge it. Yeah.
What was it just about that group in the fourth quarter specifically that they were able to sort of turn up the defense the way that they did?
Well, you saw them. They were up really guarding hard. They were pressuring. They were really making drives a lot harder. And if somebody did drive, somebody was there quickly to help. They were back out. They knocked the ball away. I'm not sure how many turnovers we created in the fourth, but it felt like a good number. Got our hands on a lot of balls, but they were just much more active and physical. Guarded the ball much better. Yeah.
Nick, you've said, and Joel has said as well, normally when he is feeling good, you see him at the basket a lot. Tonight he took 6 threes. I think he missed all of them. I guess, like, what do you see as the biggest impediment for him right now? I know
Yeah.
the knee is the knee, but
Yeah.
why can't he establish himself the way he probably needs?
Well, yeah, again, I mean, you said it. Like I said, you know he's feeling pretty decent when he's driving the ball some, right? And playing inside a little bit and protecting the rim a little bit. And he's not feeling pretty very decent if he's um, playing on the perimeter and whatever, the opposite of those things. So again, he's giving us what he can, right? I don't, obviously doesn't feel like he's not himself. We all know that he's not certainly the guy that we're used to seeing play at a super high level. But I commend him for giving us what he can.
Um, Maxie ties it up, and then guy missed the three, and he gets the putback at the buzzer to win it.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, that was one of the games that we feel like we should have won. How we played in the second half, how we should have played in the first two halves, putting together the whole 40 minutes of basketball. And I feel like if we would have played in the second half, like played in the first half, we had a comfortable lead, probably a different outcome for sure.
Feels like that's kind of been the problem is stringing together full games rather than halves and quarters. Is there any particular reason you think that's been the case, or just different game to game?
It's a mentality, I mean, I feel like it's a mentality thing come out. You want to be the first one to throw that first punch, and they had 40 points in the first quarter. I mean, it's kind of can't have that at all if you want to win the game, especially in the NBA. So, like you said, you're putting together a whole 40 minutes of basketball, come out the right mentality from the start of the game to the finish how we played in the fourth quarter, kind of like the last 7-6 minutes, and then, like you said, probably had a different outcome.
That group that you were in that kind of did rally together. Just what did you guys all kind of discover within each other as far as playing off each other the way you were defending? Just sort of what did that feel like in the moment when we're sort of making that sharp as a group?
Yeah, just kind of just trusting each other. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody was giving 110% effort defensively. I mean, you're gonna make mistakes, but I feel like we can give that much effort. Those mistakes kind of go overlooked. I mean, everybody can kind of cover for each other. We were helping each other out. We were in the gap. We were contesting shots, getting rebounds, and then flying out there on the break. So I felt like just how we played, the last 7 minutes, just build off of that for the next game, and then just take it one game at a time, really.
Was there something that flipped the switch for you guys defensively after how bad it was in the first half to what you guys eventually got to down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I try to just go out there and try to pick my intensity up, my effort a little bit, and I feel like once you get one guy to do that, everybody kind of starts to follow in line. So I feel like once I kind of pick my energy up a little bit, Tyrese, Kelly, PG, we kind of picking up a little bit full court, not letting them inbound the ball as easy, and try to get stopped. And then, like you said, we got on break a little bit, got some easy buckets. Everybody starts feeling good, and then it kind of just makes it easy to go out there and play defense and guard on the other end.
I know you're new, but just coming out of the break, everyone talking about, okay, we still have a chance to make a play-in push. Just how would you sort of describe the collective morale of the group right now, just given the way these first 2 games have sort of unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good to say the least. You know, what I mean, you would think a team would be more down and stuff like that, but I mean, it's a lot of new guys. Me, just got Lonnie yesterday, uh, Jared, Roddy. You know what I mean, Joey just came back and everything, so we kind of just still gotta work some things out, work some kinks out, and just understand how we really need to play last 20, 25 games for the season, and really just lock in and try to make that final playing push for sure.
Tyrese, I guess kind of what allowed Brooklyn to build like that 17-point lead to start.
Right.
Right.
They played way harder than we did early on. I guess we think that we can ease our way into games, and that's not obviously we've shown it. That's not going to help us in the long run. And not going to help us in our current position as well. So we tried to ease our way into the game, got hit in the mouth, but you know what? We responded, and it was kind of like you can't cheat the game. You can't start off like that, and play the right way, and then expect to win. You know what I'm saying?
You, Tyrese, you've known Joe like I guess the longest. I've this team.
Uh-huh.
When you see him fight through this and continue to try to give his all and everything, I guess, is there anything like you try to tell him that or anything like that, or is it just
For me, I just check on him. You know what I mean? Like you said, we've grown a relationship that's bigger than basketball, I would say. So when you're calling somebody in the summertime and checking on somebody all the time and making sure they're good, not just basketball and life wise, it's just, checking on his family, checking on his parents, his wife, his kids. So it's bigger than basketball with us. And, we just appreciate him putting his body on the line every single night and coming out here and trying to fight with us and help us get W's.
I guess going off of that, how difficult is it for you to see, like, this is what he's capable of on the floor this season, and know that like there's something holding him back? He's limited physically, and does that
Yeah,
eat at you too?
yeah, it's definitely difficult. Um, because like you said, I've seen him at probably his best, I think. I can't really speak for the couple of seasons before that, but like the last 4 years, he's been like pretty dominant every single time he steps on the court. So knowing that, it's still holding him back a little bit, and he's still out here trying to fight and get his rhythm, and you know, go out there and just be him, and it's difficult. So I just try to keep his head up, check on him every now and then, check on him, make sure he's good, and just keep pumping him up.
I guess how difficult has it been for you managing the team as the lead guard and all that, trying to play through Joe, but obviously he doesn't have what he has had, and balancing that against if you had 31 tonight, but there's a big stretch of the game where you are taking a back seat to try to get it.
Yeah, I'm that's my job, that's my role in this team, and I've said that since day one, said that since last year. You know what I mean? Just I'm here to help him be successful, and while doing that, trying to help us get W's and win games. So whatever they need me to do, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? That's getting Joel the ball, getting Paul the ball, whoever the ball, and then when they need me to be aggressive, I can be aggressive as well. So, but I have to do a better job, and I tried that tonight of like keeping my aggressiveness because I know that that helps us stay in games and win games as well.
Can you just take us through those last few seconds where you hit the three, and then just what happens on that defensive possession as a group? Just it was a flurry of stuff. Just
A lot of stuff happened, huh? A lot of stuff happened. Yeah, we I don't know. It was really awkward because Trendon had the ball up top, and then he was kind of, of course, waiting for like to the last shot, but he kind of went. And like I think he like maybe hit Kelly. I couldn't really see. I haven't watched it yet. So Kelly falls down. So like we always talk about in practice, people fall down, stuff happens. The next man over has to make that play. I helped make the play and then ran out and closed out. And from there, it's just like we had to go. It's who wants it the most. You know what I mean? We got to go up there and go get that rebound, and it's tough. Claxton is a tough guy to box out. He's very active, extremely bouncy, and he made a hell of a play.
What from that fourth quarter do you want to build on, like as you were making that run to come back?
I think honestly we need to build on that from second quarter all the way. You know what I mean? Like we did a really good job after the first quarter. We did a really good job of like defending them, but in the first quarter we just let them like get layups at the rim, get wide open threes, and plays start off slow. And you can't start that way in the NBA. This is a competitive league. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. Guys are getting better, coaches are getting better, schemes are getting better, and you have to go out there and fight every single night.
Talked also
Last couple
just about
questions.
your leadership and what's required of you, given everything that's happened this season. Just what do you feel like your guys need from you right now after these two coming out of the break?
They need somebody that is positive every single day. I can't let anything that's going on around me or how I feel, I can't let it show. I think that's what I have to keep doing a good job of. And again, I'm a blessed person. I'm blessed to be here, and I always say I'm extremely thankful to be in this position. I do this for a living, and I absolutely love doing it. So just keep being myself and keep smiling and keep encouraging guys. And hey, at the end of the day, this is basketball, and we're blessed to be able to go out here and compete every single night.
That was the best thing for me, was just kind of playing through it. And, eventually the body gets adjusted to it and get used to it.
For you personally, it feels like you kind of get used to the little injury, like you sort of finding a rhythm and things like that. How's that on the offensive end?
Yeah, there's still limitations, but it is what it is. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I'm aware of it, but just trying not to let it affect it.
You said you need to stay connected when you're talking about the really defensive issues. Is it a matter of there needs to be more communication, or it's just lack of familiarity? I know Nick mentioned clunkiness the other day. Sometimes is that something that just comes with playing together more? Is there anything you can do to push through that?
There's a lot we can do. It's just a matter if you want to do it or not. Still having the same conversation. Here we are, 6 games, just about 60 games in. It's unacceptable. Just the layups, the amount of layups, uncontested at times that we give up. It's just unacceptable.
Continue to fight through the mental stuff just as a group that can come with when those losses kind of mount and you guys come out of the break. Still lots of expectations of like, hey, we want to make a play and push, but to come out with 2 games like this.
I mean, it just comes down to if what we want to do. Comes down to what we want to do. We want to leave everything on the floor and play as hard as we can, and see where that gets us. I'm all for it, but we got to come together and we got to play hard.